Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. Ooh.
Let's have a look at the Fancee Feest stove. What we're going to use here is we've got some, it's actually fire blanket material. This is like, it's a thin stadium type bottle, I guess. It's the closest thing to a stadium bottle that you can get here in Australia. First thing we're going to do is we're going to cut a section of the can. It's just going to sit in there and poke up a little bit above. So let's take the bottom off, cut it above. All right, so this might get a little bit loud. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking right along where that other line there is about the right height that we want. So let's do that again. Block your ears if the first time hurt. That's going to sit in there. Now this wick, I mean, like, this is the thing that I always thought was going to be hard. I wasn't too sure. You can see the wick that just sort of sits around here, but it actually goes all the way down, and it's what the fuel goes in and then gets sucked up the wick, and it's what burns on the outside. In here is just your reservoir for your fuel. Where'd the file go? Here it is. I was actually organised and put it out. So I'm just going to just file this off a little bit. Righto, so there we go. I've just filed that round. It's less than perfect, but for the sake of the exercise, let's leave it at that. So we're going to wrap this wick around here, and we're only going to need about one wrap's worth for it to fit into there. Tape the start of that. And tape the end of it. And there we go, that's all going to be tucked in, you're not going to see that. So we've got a bit of wicking just around the bottom here. Now look, one thing that I did fail to do was to cut the holes that the alcohol is going to come up through. So some scissors and just some little V notches in there. 1, 2, 3 little grooves in there. We'll move our wick back down. Now I'm just going to roll out the edge here on these cans. There's just a little rim there, so I'm just using some scissors and literally just forcing that edge down. I want to whip the sticker off it as well, unless you want to be Fancee Feest sponsored. Alright, now we're just going to slide this in here, wiggle it round. Pull a little bit up where you need to, push it down where you need to. We'll trim that little bit off there, that's the end. Just a few minor touches just to get that wick there sitting up perfectly. So last thing is apparently when you can get a build up of pressure in this, so we just want to drill a hole in the side here just to relieve any of that pressure. And there you go, there's your holder. Alright, time for a test burn. Methylated spirits, and I've just decanted this into this little squirt bottle that we've got there. So what do we got here? We've got a Snow Peak 600 with some water in it, and chuck some alcohol in there. Now I was really surprised. As soon as you start putting the alcohol on here, it's wicking up, just purely because of the absorbent nature of this. Now, you can go in the middle and light it, and you should be able to light it from the outside. So this is probably a good test as to whether those holes in there are right or not. And there you go. It's lit purely from the outside there. All right, so you can see it's burning okay. And on goes your pot. But it sits quite nicely on that Snow Peak 600. So that's the larger, it's a 13 centimetre, so similar to the Imusa. And it's burning quite nicely, as you can see. You might be able to see it's just licking around the edges of that. There you go, guys, the Fancee Feast stove. A quick little build video. It really is as simple as you can get with regards to making an alcohol stove. Just get out there and make one. Heaps of fun and just so simple. Thanks for watching.